everybody. We've been soaping. Now we get to reap the reward. We're going to cut some soap. So this is the first bar that we made, and we used activated charcoal and oats. I'm sort of excited about that, but I can't get too excited until I get my gloves on, because this soap is not safe yet. It's still lye active. It's got a cure for 4 to 6 weeks. Alrighty. So now we've got our gloves on. This is the Essential Depot basket and mold. And we're gonna push our soap down out of the basket. And then pull the sides loose. And then we want to take the heels of our hand and lightly press in the center. You'll feel it turn loose. No, not yet. Ha. Ooh. This one didn't want to come. All right. Remember, when you're cleaning these molds, this is still lye active in here. So you need to wear gloves when you're washing. This soap is very, very, very tender at this age, and I had just a light bending here on the edge, so I'm just taking my fingers and gently putting it back in place, turning it over gently. I had a little bit of a not wanting to pull away from the soap on the side, so I think maybe it's the most wonderful recipe in the world, might need the 48 hours instead of the 24 hours, where the olive oil and the lard soap did perfectly at 24 hours. So we'll get our Essential Depot cutter. I loosened the screws so that it would just plop out of my way. And we have a little bit, I'm new to cold processed soap, as you know, and so I forgot to clean my edges up really good before I said, okay, we're done. So we've got a little bit of soap popping up around the edges, so I'm going to cut a little bit of that off now. I should have took a paper towel and cleaned around the edges real good. And so we'll learn from our mistakes. This is all about experimenting, and we're doing the hot lye method at the moment. And here we go, the moment of truth. Woo! Now, we used a spoon on one of the other soaps, and so it has a different appearance, but on this one we layered it and we just swirled it around. I don't know how it's going to come out. So we're going to take the heel of our hand and we're going to just lightly push and break it away from the soap mold, the soap cutter, and then we'll pull one out with anticipation. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. Oh, the oats look awesome. And the activated charcoal looks really, really good. Isn't that pretty? And now we've got activated charcoal to pull out impurities, and we've got oats to soothe the skin. So this is going to be a really awesome bar for the skin. Aren't these gorgeous? I'm particularly fond of these. Let me bring them in closer. Isn't that awesome? Let me see if I can get it lined up right. I'm really fond of that. So we're gonna leave these sitting for 4 to 6 weeks. We're leaving a finger space between them. We may play with reducing the water content as we move along with the cold soap method. Oh, I'm sort of tickled over that. I got these new little babies. Oh, that one's pretty. Tell you the truth, I don't know what I did to earn that. I just swizzled it with a stick. It doesn't look like swizzling swizzling designs, but in any case, really pretty. And remember, you can just take and soothe your sides gently. And as I said, I think maybe this recipe needs to stay in the mold just a little bit longer. 24 hours was just not enough. It just needed a little bit more. Ooh, that one's pretty. You gotta see that one. Isn't that pretty? Now look at the back. That was the last bar. Alright, and when it's all finished and been cured for 4 to 6 weeks, then you can take a potato peeler to the edges if you want to and clean them up a little bit. If you take it out too soon and you get, whoop, I tapped the camera, sorry. If you get this little places right like that on the side, you can take and rub your finger and they seem to, they'll disappear. See that where it's stuck to the mold just a little bit? So with my gloved finger, there we go, that looks better. I think it's sellable. I bet I'm gonna have a fingerprint right there where I was doing that. I better rub it. All right. All right, so let's just see if our black in the activated charcoal is going to give us a black foam. Remember, you can't do this with bare hands, but we can do it with our gloves on just to see what our bubbles is like. Looks pretty white, very bubbly. I can't wait to try it on my skin. And of course, if you'd like to become a patron, a bar of soap for everybody. This is just awesome. You can try one of these at home, as they say. I'm a little bit concerned about an ashiness that seemed to have formed on the top. So I've heard people fuss about ashiness so much. So we may have gotten some ashiness ourselves, which is a reaction the lye has with air. And so I'm going to have to read up on that and explore how to teach you to counteract that, because I may be wrong. It may, oh, I don't have my gloves on. It may not be ashiness. It may be completely and totally normal. It may be inconsistencies that occur when you do the easy hot lye method. So we'll just have to wait and see if it ashes or if it, you know, just stays just like it is. It's just one of those things. We're gonna have to find out. All right. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember, these are a series of videos, so there's going to be a bunch of them, and we're just going to keep on trunking through here, trying to learn how to make cold process soap for beginners, and I'm learning along the way. There's lots of things I already know because I'm a hot process soaper, but I'm constantly getting people asking me questions about cold process, so it's time I beefed up on this subject. So I'm glad to take you along for the ride. Let's do it together. All right.